Well, it's been probably almost a year since I did a YouTube update, so gonna get the winter updates going again, hopefully. This is a project for this winter. It is going to be a homemade no-till drill. It is the original seed boxes off of a case. I don't even know what model they are. They're from the 50s grain drill. I got the large seed boxes. Got this thing at an auction for I think $50, $60, something like that. And we actually planted barley when it was a grain drill, just this past spring. Small seed boxes. Everything's there. Everything's fairly clean. There's a little surface rust on some of this stuff, but the idea here is basically basing everything off of the Great Plains no-till seeder. So this is more so going to be a pasture seeder than a no-till drill, if you will. Drills, typically, I would consider them to have no-till coulters in the front for their front cut. This is gonna have, over here, round tubing with spikes in the front. And those spikes, those tubing with the spikes on it, rather than sitting straight across, are gonna sit at a slight angle to, I wanna say, slightly disturb the ground. They work pretty well. I've used one once before for, I think it was a Land Pride, I think made it. It was only a 4-foot wide model, so it was fairly small. But so this one's gonna be 7.5 foot, I believe, 8 foot, something like that. So up front are gonna be your rollers in the front with the spikes in it, disturb the ground. You'll still have seed cups coming down. We're gonna do both small seed and large seed for cool season annuals and clover, alfalfa out of small seed boxes. Do have to do a few things with these. Made this one solid shaft going across, excuse me, rather than having both metering wheels on each side. It's gonna be one solid one going across. The only thing we gotta do here still is weld that going across there, and then that should be good to go. In the back, what's gonna happen is we're gonna have Cultipacker wheels coming off the back, and that stretches all the way across the whole width of this. I think I had figured something like 17 or 18. I could be wrong about that. It could be more. But Cultipacker wheels in the back to get seed to soil contact. So I've mainly worked on this, a little bit since starting it in October. I did most of the welding in one shot. Got hydraulic cylinders on. I gotta do some figuring with the hydraulic cylinders because I'm gonna probably mess this up, but they're not synchronized perfectly. One of these goes up faster than the other, which shouldn't be a big issue, because what I'm gonna probably end up doing is cutting blocks out so I know how far down I actually have to go, basically a stop block. I know they make kits for it, but I think what I'll do is I'll just mill something up and put it in there. I'm gonna have the whole seed metering system coming in through here, so there'll be chains and gears and everything, and then there will be a sprocket on the Cultipacker, kind of like a sprocket that's gonna have spikes on it. So as the Cultipackers turn and those spikes turn, it'll engage a sprocket, go up to here, go up to another sprocket, and intermediate sprockets all the way up to this. So these can rotate in the right direction because they spin clockwise of each other, opposite of each other right now. One spins counterclockwise, the other spins clockwise. So it'll take a little finagling to get that going. yeah, and then in the front here, just temporarily, I did, this is, this is a 3-point leveling arm off of a David Brown tractor. So this will end up eventually being a hydraulic cylinder right here. For now though, it's just gonna be that, just for fabrication purposes. That's pretty much it. The other day, milled some of the pieces. These are the shafts. They're gonna get welded on to the round tubing, and then those are gonna go in the front here. And the spikes will get welded on at some point as well. That's pretty much it for now. Hopefully have this thing working come springtime. I'd like to get some barley, oats, and spring wheat drilled in for some covers in March, early March if we can. We'll see what the weather's doing, but I might try and get some of that in, and then use it for grazing in May, roughly. That's pretty much it for now. There is gonna be some stuff that we gotta figure out. I think the hardest part that we're gonna run into is getting the metering right. I think that's gonna be the main thing that's gonna slow us down a little bit. Trying to get that exactly right. How many pounds an acre. Some of the welds aren't perfect. I am not a full-time welder. I do it as a hobby, and that's pretty much it for our farm. But it's been going good so far. I really like how this is playing out and what it looks like, and hopefully it'll be done come springtime. There is quite a bit to do, but it's every time something major gets knocked out here, it's one step closer to being done. I actually had it out of the shop and I was pulling it around, and I like the turning radius on it. I can turn fairly tight with the tractor. It'd be a good unit, I think. I'm sure after the fact there's going to be some changes that I'm going to want to make, and we'll see how it works, and if I don't like it, we'll sell it. So that's it for now.